Alrighty, everybody, welcome to the Casual Sports Talk Podcast, NFL 2024 Draft Edition recap. And now we got our two good friends right over here because they're both happy on how their draft picks are. We got Christopher, who's happy about the Brownies. How you feeling?
If we're talking about the NFL draft and the Browns, then they haven't drafted this year yet.
I don't think they had a first round.
Yeah, we have a second round coming up, but I think it's like the 24th pick in the second round. Don't hold me to that.
Yeah, it worked out. It worked out for you, Fyodor. You're not a Panthers fan who had to go all the way to 32 to get their draft pick.
Well, I'd rather 32 than 65th.
Yeah.
Doug has a great point right there for sure.
That's true. That is true. But I will say, and then we got Douglas, who's super happy also because the Lions got a good player from Alabama. Here's Douglas.
Yeah. What's up, Stu? Yeah, no, I love the pick. I mean, we'll obviously break it down more later, but I thought that they did phenomenal once again. They've been crushing it in the draft.
Yes. Honestly, I will say we'll probably discuss this in the thoughts on the NFL draft right now, but I think for my thoughts, I'll go for it. I think everybody except for the Falcons made a correct pick, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can we give a shout out to the city of Detroit as well? Like,
oh yeah,
what an awesome atmosphere.
How many people was there? Like 300,000? It had to have been 300, 400,000.
It was 275,000 plus.
My God,
yeah.
That is like 1/3 of the Detroit population, theoretically, was at this.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, they broke the record, they said, held by Nashville.
Yeah, Nashville like 2 or 3 years ago had 200,000, and then Detroit with now 275,000. Yeah, shout out to Detroit.
Shout out to Detroit. Yeah, good for you, Detroit. You represented today.
Did either of you guys watch the Pat McAfee cast?
No, I did not actually.
I have not yet. No.
That was fun. He did like a live draft thing, but he had Bill Belichick on there, and that was a good time.
I just remember the clip where like Belichick was like confused with the Falcons picking Michael Penix Jr.
I mean, I'm sure everyone was confused by that pick.
Yes. I'm confused. I'm still confused with that pick. I'm still gonna be like that. But anyway. Douglas, what was your thoughts about this draft right now?
Like you kind of said, Stu, I think everybody kind of got the guy that they wanted. I was a little bit surprised at how far some of these defenders dropped. Like the Lions getting a really solid cornerback in the 20s, and some of these other guys getting great defensive ends in like the late teens, early 20s. I think this set a record for the most offensive players taken in the first round and the most quarterbacks taken in the top 12. So, like, tons of offense. The NFL is definitely going more offensive. And you can kind of see it with how teams are drafting and strategizing.
Yeah, I think honestly. And also, it's crazy, like, how many quarterbacks were picked. Like, if I'm trying to think, wasn't it, like, a record for, like, the most quarterbacks since, like...
ever.
Well, in the top 12, it was a record. Yeah.
Yeah, was it, like, six?
Yeah, 6 in the first 12.
Yeah, if I'm counting it, 1, 2... 3. The first 3 were quarterbacks. 4.
I bet you're gonna come to 6, Stu.
Yeah, you're gonna get the 6 within the first 12.
Oh yeah. I want to do a double check. And like I said, I got the ESPN app. I got to do the double check. Hey, like I said, we got to be professionals in this Casual Sports Talk podcast right now, and not amateurs. Even though we are amateurs.
AJ McCarthy, who was the 5th quarterback picked, and then Bo Nix was the 6th quarterback picked overall in the 12th spot.
Yes, I watched the whole thing. I did my homework. I'm ready to rock and roll.
Hey, Bo Nix, let's ride.
Like I said, let's ride Bo Nix. But anyway, so like I said, we have the beautiful spreadsheets, because I love spreadsheets, of all the first round picks right now, right over here, all the teams.
Stuart, you have to make a spreadsheet for our fantasy football teams that we drafted, so I don't have to have these envelopes laying around, so we have a spreadsheet.
Unfortunately, I could not find that one.
All right, no, I'll text you all the team names, and you could put into a spreadsheet, because you're the man with all this information. Heck yeah.
You guys know what I think we can do too? I think through like one of the apps, we could all like just enter our teams into the apps and they would like track scoring for us. So we could like do like weekly updates on how our teams are performing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that would be fun, like I said. But anyway, so I think the first we're going to talk about, and this is kind of like my idea, we're going to do a prediction on how we feel about all 32 teams of these players and how their NFL career is going to be in 2029. This is going to be the fun part about this. In the distant future of 2029, we will have to decide, are these players going to be a success? Are they going to be, like, in my opinion, a success? A Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Aiden Hutchinson. I could say maybe it would be a success, even though it's not been 5 years. Even Ezekiel Elliott for a couple years was a success.
So you would say Ezekiel Elliott was a success? How would you rate Ezekiel Elliott a success? I just want to go off what your lines are here.
Well, I feel like for me as a Cowboys fan, he had at least a good 3 to 4 great years as a running back, and he was the correct pick.
So I guess for me too, can we distinguish between like superstar and like solid starter? Because like a lot of these offensive linemen aren't going to be superstars, but like they're going to be successful,
Yeah, maybe we can just say they're going to be.
The guys you're saying are all like the guys you were saying are like the faces of the NFL.
And that's true because I will say I think the quarterback is always the face of the NFL, always, no matter what.
I mean, not to jump out of line. Jane Daniels, LSU quarterback, going to the Commanders. He's not going to be the face of the NFL, but I think he's going to have a successful career. So yeah, we can't be like, oh, he's going to be the next Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes. But yeah, we got to go on our lines of success for sure.
Yes, and I guess we'll have the second category, we would like to call it the mid, where they had an okay year. Like I would think a Saquon Barkley would be a good example of a mid.
See, I think Saquon Barkley would be a success. I mean,
no, he was mid. He was
Giants,
not.
So you're saying Ezekiel Elliott has a? I mean, I haven't looked at the statistics, but Ezekiel Elliott better than Saquon Barkley.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Zeke had a better rushing than Saquon.
Well, what are we looking at? Like this last year or throughout there? Because you're saying in 5 years, so this would have been this past season for Saquon, and he was healthy. He put up big numbers. I think he played almost every game. Like he got hurt for like a couple weeks there, but like, man, oh man, he had some huge games this year.
Yeah, but like I said, he was a couple of times he was injured a little bit during the season, during his 5-year career.
So we're looking at the entirety of the 5 years, though. That's what we're.
Yeah.
Because you're saying we're looking at the year 2029. We're not looking at that season. We're looking at total production over the first 5 years of their career.
Yes.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And like I said, and if you count it like Ezekiel Elliott, 2021, he was still with the Cowboys. He was still doing well, even after that. Like I said.
All right, Stu. I think that makes sense. And then the last one, I'm assuming, is like a bust.
Bust. Oh, I can think of a lot of bust. Oh, you know what?
Insert Ohio State quarterback other than C.J. Stroud here.
How dare you? You know what? I think a bust would be. I'm sorry I'm going to pick on the Brownies. Every quarterback that the Browns have picked.
Yeah, that's also true. It could be insert Browns quarterback here as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the statistics Ohio-based
quarterback.
I don't know the stats on Tim Couch, quarterback Kentucky, who the Browns selected number 1 overall in 1999 when we made the return back to Cleveland. But I thought
he was aided in Cleveland at the time. Oh, they were. No,
I'm gonna look up Tim Couch stats.
I remember back in the day, like Browns fans were like, "I want this man injured." That's how much they hated him as a quarterback.
You remember that from the '90s, Stu? Heck of a memory. Love it.
Yes.
That's how professional we are.
Okay, yeah, Tim Couch, he didn't have a crazy good career. I mean, he threw touchdowns, but then on the other side, he was throwing about the same amount of interceptions as he was throwing touchdowns. So nothing crazy. I mean, he had one 3,000-yard season.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I would say a quarterback to be mid, and I kind of forgot about it, but your name tree put it in there. Kyler Murray was a mid. I would probably consider a mid quarterback. You know what I mean? He did okay. He wasn't good. He was not bad. Mid.
How many seasons has Mr. Murray been in the NFL?
5 years now.
5. Okay, this is his fifth year. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Stu. Well, let's jump into this then. I think this sounds great.
Let's jump into it. Let's go right over
Without
here.
further ado,
We got this generational talent, the quarterback right now from USC. Everybody and their mother knew that the Bears are going to pick this person, and the Panthers probably regret trading away last year.
Yeah, I'd say. My goodness.
Caleb Williams. They're putting all their eggs, Douglas, on the Caleb Williams basket. And
Well,
I know we didn't talk about.
Well, so here's what's nice for him, Stu, at least in my opinion, is like he has such a good team around him. Like usually if you're picking number 1 overall, you have a terrible team, but he has 3 elite receivers, a really good tight end, a solid offensive line, a solid defense. Like, man, oh man, like he doesn't have to do much. Like you have to throw the ball to frickin' Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, and then
Rome Odunze, who got drafted.
Yeah,
Rome Odunze, and I remember
and then
when they were
Cole
talking.
Kmet. Like, wow.
Yes, but like I said, Rome Odunze, we'll discuss him when we get to him. But I was going to have a fun chat about
who's the Bears running back now?
Oh God,
I was trying to think of that actually. Is that
he is not a starter. That's a good Google. I'm
Oh.
gonna Google is my friend.
I feel like they picked someone up, but I don't remember.
Yeah,
Last year
it's not DeAndre Swift, is it?
Oh, is it? Where did he go? He might have went. Yeah, they might have picked up Swift.
Oh, no, wait, Swift went to the.
Yeah, it is DeAndre Swift. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh yeah, so he was going to the Chicago. Oh yeah, so
like Doug was saying, piggybacking off of that. Yeah, Caleb Williams is being put right into the perfect position. They have DeAndre Swift, they have DJ Moore. You said Cole Kmet, tight end. They have Rome Odunze. Who's the other wide receiver? Oh, you said Keenan Allen. They picked up from the Chargers. Man, yeah. If this guy doesn't succeed,
I feel like I want to pick him as a bust, but I just like look at the team they put around him. And I'm like his floor has to be so high because they actually that might be the best trio of receivers in the NFL. Like walking into it.
Yeah, and I know you don't like the Bears, but like I said, I think the Bears are in a better spot right now. They got Caleb, they got all these receivers. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
I was
how he.
my buddy from Chicago today, and he's so stoked because they also spent a lot of money on their defense this year too. They're gonna be good.
Yeah, honestly, I definitely do feel a lot more confident on the Bears. So, but we have the history, and I was looking it up on That's Good Sports. Interesting fact, in the Super Bowl era, and I'm not going to count the last 10 years, out of 47 number 1 overall picks, 11 were Hall of Famers.
Wait, can you repeat that one more time?
Out of, not counting the last 10 years on draft picks, the number 1 overall pick, 11 of them were a Hall of Famer.
Out of how many years was that sample? Like how many years?
47.
11 out of 47 number 1 overall picks have gone on to the Hall of Fame. Yeah. Not in the last 10 years. Gotcha. Huh. It's a good statistic. Yeah. I like that. If we're saying what we're saying here, I'm going to say Mr. Caleb Williams is going to be a bust in my opinion.
Oh, you're going to go bust by Fyodor.
Yeah, man. I mean, it'd be great if he was that generational talent and he just lights up the NFL. But I personally just think there's too much hype around him. But if he does crash and burn, that'd be very hard to do. Like we said, with the supporting cast he has, running back, wide receivers. I'm gonna say he's a bust. I mean, I'm looking at the Bears quarterback list. Tyson Bagent is their backup quarterback.
Who's that guy? Literally, I have never heard of this guy's name until you.
So yeah, bust. Doug, Stu.
I think he's gonna be. This is a tough one. I feel like maybe just the history of just successful quarterbacks, their number 1 overall pick, has been so bad, and this is like my bias. Granted, the last, fun fact, Peyton Manning's the last quarterback that was the number 1 overall pick that actually became a success and made it to the end and made it to the Hall of Fame. Eli also was number 1 overall pick and probably going to make it to the Hall of Fame.
Matthew Stafford will probably make it to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Stafford would probably. We'll see. We'll see. I think he's in that borderline. He's in the borderline, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, by the time it's all said and done, like he'll probably sneak in, but yeah, he's close for sure. So is
Yeah,
Eli though.
I don't think he'll
Like
be the
Stafford's
first
numbers are
ballot. I
just
think. Yeah. Well, I got to see how he ends. I think that would be interesting. I got to see how the story ends for Stafford.
Eli just made it just because of 2 Super Bowls. Like his numbers are like mid. But
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. That is true. He did have those 2 Super Bowls, but like I said, Eli's definitely going to be. So there would probably be 12 out of that. But I feel like I'm going to put mid. I
yeah,
think he's going.
I'm going mid as well. Like I think
I
he's
think
got
he's
too
a
much
mid.
to. He's got too many players around him. He's shorter than I thought too. Like he's 6'1", which is all right, but like I prefer like 6'3", 6'4". You know, can see over these like 6'10" offensive linemen. I'm like, I think he'll be good, but like I like our number 2 guy more personally. I think Jaden Daniels is going to be a star, and I'll just start that one off too. I think this dude's gonna
Oh,
like. I just think he's like a solid version of like he just seems super fast, athletic, like really good arm. Like he's just. I think he's just got all the tools to be amazing. It sucks he has to go to the Commanders, but I think
yeah,
he's
that's
in
gonna be
5
tough.
years.
Yeah, that's the tough part. I feel like he's gonna be in that tough. Like, I feel like they're like, he's in like a little bit of the tire fire. And granted, a lot of this has to do with the sins of Dan Snyder. Why the Commanders have been this bad,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest. But it's gonna be. I don't know how I'm gonna feel. Like, is he gonna be like? Is this Jaden Daniels gonna beat the Cowboys or the Eagles?
Well, I mean, I think the NFL goes in waves. So like by the time he starts to ascend, I think the Cowboys and Eagles will both kind of fall back down. So I wouldn't be shocked to see like a shift. You know, like the Lions will probably have a good 2 or 3 years, then the Bears are coming, and then it just kind of circulates. I think that's how the
Yeah.
new NFL is going to go too. Like you get a good QB on a rookie contract. Once you start paying these QBs though, like you give Dak 50 mil a year, you give Jalen Hurts 50 mil a year. It gets hard to stay competitive, but you got Jaden Daniels on a rookie contract. They can build around him.
Unless you're Patrick Mahomes and want to do a pay cut just so you can get like the 3rd Lombardi ring.
I don't even think Mahomes is taking a pay cut. Dude makes like 50 mil a year.
Mm-hmm.
He signed the biggest contract ever. I think it was like 500 plus million.
Yeah. So, but it is amazing. Like I said, that's why. But back to what I was saying with Jaden Daniels. I guess I'll go first. I just don't feel as confident with it. I don't feel like that they have the pieces right. The Commanders, I feel like it's going to be another 2-3 more years until rebuilding. I feel like just for the history of the Commanders, just picking back. Like, who was the RG3 was the last good like quarterback for the Commanders, and I would probably even put him as a mid. A mid.
I mean, it depends because like if you look at his rookie year, it was like one of the best of all time, but he got hurt. So it's like hard to call
that
a
was the
dude
problem. He
mid
got
when
hurt.
he put
So
up.
like I said, he's I would say he had a mid career. Like I said.
I mean, that feels harsh. Like when he was playing, he was one of the best in football.
I know
But
that first year was amazing. That was, until he got hurt, and then it went downhill from there. It sucks. It's one of those that I feel like it didn't do as well. So I think I'm gonna go first. I'm going bust.
I think everybody
I'm
wants
feeling
to.
it. I'm harsh, but I feel like I have a bad feeling it's gonna be a bust. I just do not feel confident in a lot of these. It's just the organization and all that stuff.
Well, I mean, I think we're rating this guy on his skills and not the organization. So I'm still saying star. I think he's going to be the best QB in the draft.
Ooh, you're gonna go
Nice.
success.
Let's go.
I think
You're
he'll
gonna
be
go
a success. I
You're
think
gonna go
like he's the quarterback style of the future too. Like he's got a crazy arm, but he's also like crazy athletic too.
Mhm.
I'm picking. Well, so Jane Daniels, he's on my our fantasy football league. He's on my team. I picked him. I think number 3 overall or 2. Yeah, number 3 overall, or number 2. And it doesn't matter. I think he's going to be a success in the NFL.
Oh, we got 2 successes, and then I'm the one that's the Scrooge McDuck right now, and just like picking the bus right now. But it's gonna be interesting.
Well,
Like I said,
It will be. I'm not going to lie, Stu. I think you're being a Commanders hater slightly. Like you're calling him a failure on the organization, not his talent. And that's
Yeah,
fair. Like that's
but
fair.
that's a good. But
It's a
I guess
team
it should.
game.
But should be, let's think about the last quarterback for the Panthers. Is it his fault or is it the team's organization for the Panthers?
Are you talking
Yeah,
about
that's
Cam
the
Newton
thing.
or who are you talking about for the Panthers?
The current quarterback for
Oh,
the
Bryce
talking
Young.
about Bryce.
Gotcha.
yeah, Bryce Young. Is that I feel like it's kind of
Well,
the
so that's why though this is a 5-year window though too, right? Because by year 5 they should have a team built around him. Like if Bryce Young is that bad in year 5,
but they decided not to.
What?
I mean,
I'm confused.
Wait,
Oh,
what's
me?
there about? You're saying Bryce Young's not going to make it 5 years? Is that what you kind of?
no, I said that
No?
the organization is ruining Bryce Young.
Well, I mean that's the problem in today's day and age. Though he's had 1 year, he was going to a team that had no talent.
And
So
that
it's
was
like
a
it's
tire
hard to call
fire
him a.
beforehand.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's hard to call him a bust though in year 1 with no receivers or offensive line. That's why I like the
Yeah.
5 years.
Yeah, that's why I always said that 5 years is always best because, like I said, I think at that point, then you can kind of be like, all right.
Well,
this
because like if
point,
you
we
look at
know-
Matthew Stafford from year 1, like he was a dude that got hurt, missed a lot of the season, like thought he'd be unreliable, and then he turned out to be one of the most durable Iron Men in the league, like always playing, fighting through injuries. Like that first year was rough, but after that he balled out, put up 5,000 yards, 45 touchdowns 1 year. Like dude was a
Yeah.
baller. It took him a minute in a shitty organization to get going.
Yeah,
I personally think Bryce Young is too short to be a quarterback in today's NFL. He's 5'10". You have to be at least 6'1".
How dare you, as a 5'8" person, be mean to the great Bryce Young?
Well, Stu, are you in the NFL?
Yes, sir.
I didn't think so.
Are you in a
Stu. If you were
professional
6',
sport that
Same
requires height?
yeah, Stu, if you were 6'3", maybe you would be. I don't know.
You know what? Barry Sanders was 5'8", and look, he was a mid running back for the Lions, right, Douglas?
Well, Chris said quarterback, I think specifically.
Yeah, running back, you don't have to be tall at all. I mean, DeAndre Swift, I'm not sure what his height is, but I'm pretty sure it's not over 6 foot. I think one of the only 6 foot quarterbacks out there might be like Derrick Henry because he's a tall dude.
Yeah, there's not many 6 foot plus running backs. Like maybe 6 foot. I think 5'10" is like pretty average for an RB at this point.
But anyway, next we're going to talk about another quarterback. Number 3, Drake May from North Carolina, right there, quarterback. He is going to the New England Patriots.
Is he going to be the Patriots' I can't think of the word right now. Is he going to be there? Oh, I guess is he going to be the Patriots survivor or no, not survivor. Savior. That's the word I'm trying to think of.
Savior. Yeah, he's going to be the savior. But
did they still have Mac Jones on this roster, or did they get rid of him?
No, Mac Jones was traded to. I know he was traded, but he's not on the Patriots anymore.
Yeah, he's like a backup now, I believe.
As he should be. As he should be.
That is true. On the mid. Oh, that's a bust. I don't know when we get to Mac Jones.
Mac Jones, quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars now, behind Trevor Lawrence.
I don't know when we get to the 5 years when we get to Mac Jones, but when the year name tree got to talk about Mac Jones, that's a bust.
Oh, too bad he's not. He didn't just get drafted, so we're not talking about his success or bust.
Well, that's what's crazy, and that's where I think it's we got to put this all in perspective. Because if you look at his rookie year, you're like success, but then he stunk from year 2 on because he made the Pro Bowl, like really good first year, playoffs, and then nothing.
Yeah.
So I like your 5-year window here, Stu, because I think you came into a good organization post Tom Brady, and then they just fell apart.
Yeah, like I would even argue, and it's kind of funny, Chris. I was watching the last one, but they had he put Baker Mayfield as a bust, and this is last year. This was last year. This is before Tampa. But I think I would agree. I think he would be considered a bust. Had that one good year and then kind of.
See, I don't know, man. I feel like this is like too harsh because like it's hard to call somebody a bust. Got a team.
Yeah, I would.
Playoff one in 20 years.
I would not call Baker Mayfield a bust. Looking at these statistics, oof,
Not
man.
counting Tampa, not the Tampa years. Going to the Panthers years.
Well, yeah, the Carolina year that was a bust. But I mean, on average, all 4 of his years with Cleveland, he was throwing over 3,000 yards. He had.
But you wanted him out.
He was averaging like 23 touchdowns a season on average. Actually, no, like 24 touchdowns a season.
Everybody forgets that he was so injured. Like, if he wasn't injured that year in Cleveland, like, he probably would have stayed with the Browns and been there.
Yeah.
But, like, calling him a bust is pretty extreme.
Yeah. I mean,
anyways, let's digress back to Mr. Drake May from the University of North Carolina.
Quarterback from North Carolina, from the North Carolina right now.
Yeah, he's an interesting one to me because it's like they were comparing him to Josh Allen just because of his size and arm strength, which I could see. But like he's also had kind of a mid-year. Like Caleb Williams and this dude both had kind of mid 2023s in college. And I'm like, I don't know. I just don't think the Patriots have a lot. Like I think at best he'd be like a mid for me. I think he feels like a mid.
You think he's a mid?
He feels mid to me. Like I feel like he could potentially develop, but like he doesn't have a ton of experience. He didn't have a good last year. And I think he's one that they drafted a lot on. Hey, he's 6'5" with a good arm.
Yeah. You're telling me that Drake May is not going to be the next Tom Brady?
See, I mean, he has a better chance than Mac Jones did, but I'm not seeing a future Hall of Famer per se, but you never know. I mean, Josh Allen,
It is funny because I'm looking at the Mac Miller when he went to the pro camp. They say he's the same as Justin Herbert.
See, and that's a pretty impressive comp too. Like, everybody says Herbert's like a top 7-8 quarterback in the league. So,
yeah.
Plus Herbert's 6'4", so is Drake May. I would say Drake May, because of his height, I would say mid. Yeah.
You're going mid. You're going mid. What do you?
So I looked up a statistic actually, and it says quarterbacks drafted in the first round, there's a hit rate of 46%. So 26% or 26 being hits and 30 being misses for quarterbacks drafted in the first round.
That's not good. That's not a great statistic. So Douglas, you're feeling mid on him.
Yeah, I just, like Chris said, it's so hard to hit on these guys. Like, so much of this is like guessing at like their raw potential. And I mean, does he have potential? Sure, but he also Bill Belichick was breaking down his footwork, and it was just like super sloppy footwork. Like he tries to like win a lot with his arm, which like doesn't win in the NFL. Like you got to have fundamentals. I'm not saying he can't be coached up, but like he's still raw. He's still raw.
Yeah, I think I'm convinced with you guys. I don't know. I just feel like maybe for me, I'm just like the first.
You're saying bust too?
I'm going mid. I'm feeling he's going to be a mid. Maybe because I feel like maybe the Patriots might have it, but I'm feeling a mid on Drake May. Like we'll see. We'll see how he does in the NFL draft. Though funny enough, I did watch his video. Did watch the Urinating Trees video, and I disagree because he put Daniel Jones as a mid, and I think he's a bust. I'm just gonna say it. I think he was a bust.
Well, I mean, he won a playoff game like he was hurt. Like he's another guy that's like hard to evaluate. Like he did good. They made the playoffs. He won a playoff game. Like it's hard to call somebody a bust that had a couple of nice seasons and won a playoff game in the first 5 years.
Was Daniel Jones injured last season?
Yeah.
Okay, that
was the year. Also the team wasn't even good even with before the injury.
I mean, these statistics. Yeah, I mean the 2021 season. 10 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. That was bad. His rookie season was great. 24 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 3,000 passing yards. But yeah, I'd say he's someone said he's having a bust career. I'd say he's having a mid.
Yeah, you think he's a mid. Yeah. So you agree with the tree, and I disagree with the tree.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really call somebody a bust that's had a lot of like really good touchdown interception ratio, won a playoff game. Like, I don't know.
But
I don't see how that's a
but
bust.
I guess you could argue, what about Baker? He won a playoff game.
Well, that's what me and Chris both said. He was mid too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we agreed on. So are you telling me
So
that?
you're more of a bust. Is he never had a successful NFL career, and he's like,
Well, I mean, that's what a bust is. Like, if you're like never like a solid starter, then sure you're a bust. Like,
yeah,
I mean, like if you're taking your team to the playoffs and winning playoff games in the NFL, it's hard to be a bust, I would say.
yeah, okay, maybe that should be. So you're more of a bust, is like more severe, like didn't even like maybe out of the league, maybe even traded for like a seventh round, and is not even like that great of a player, something like that.
It's like it's going to be harsh, but like somebody that could be probably viewed early on as a bust would be like a Trey Lance, like picked in the top 5, got one start, hurt, now he's just bouncing around. That would probably be a bust. Like he never started, he never lived up to any hype. Like he's not probably ever going to be a starting quarterback. That's a bust. Top 5 pick to basically bench warmer.
Mm-hmm.
At least for me, like I think that's what a bust would be. Like the 49ers went all in to get this dude, and they got like 5 snaps out of him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But anyway, I guess we got to talk about maybe this is gonna be a different one. A different bust. Marvin Harrison Jr.
Well, the good news, guys, is he doesn't have to play Michigan in the NFL, so like that'll help him out, right? I think he's going to be a huge success. Like everything indicates, like this dude just being unreal, crazy athleticism, body control. He's 6'4", runs well, catches contested balls. Like I don't really see a single downside to his game.
Mm-hmm. Now this is interesting. So, AJ Green. That's what Mac Miller said in his pro camp. He represents. That's
AJ Green. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, AJ Green, I would say he was a success. Like when he was at the top of his game, he was one of the best 5 receivers in football.
Yeah.
So hard because
I'm saying that Marvin Harrison is going to be a success as well.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm a little bit more like I feel like I'm going to be a little bit more lenient to the wide receivers. I feel like, in my opinion, because I feel like it's like, and also I do think the Cardinals do have enough pieces to maybe like do be successful. So, I think we're all three. I think we can all agree. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to be so great for the Cardinals.
Yeah, I think he's one of those prospects that's really a can't miss. It's like, if you just throw him the ball, he's going to make plays.
Yes. But that was actually a very quick one. And then we got to go to Joe Alt from Notre Dame going.
Which position is Joe Alt? Is he a tackle?
Joe Alt, he is a tackle.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah, he's huge. Tackle. I think they said he's 6'9", 315 or so.
321 pounds.
Yeah, he's huge. I think 6'9".
Yeah, he's 6'9", and basically Mac Miller said in his pro camp, Andrew Thomas.
Yeah, I mean, this is Jim Harbaugh that he's going to. I'm just gonna make it easy. Like he's gonna be a success. There's a reason that Harbaugh wants this guy.
I feel like Douglas. I feel like I'm copying you right now because I'm thinking he's gonna be a success.
Yeah, like if anybody knows how to evaluate offensive linemen, it's Jim Harbaugh. So like, if he's taking him in the top 5, this dude's going to be a franchise like left tackle.
I'd have to agree with you two gentlemen. I'm going to success for him as well. I mean, I don't know too much about tackles, offensive linemen, but yeah, I mean, 6'9", 321. That's a big boy.
That's the big boy right there. Like Joe Alt, good for you for Notre Dame.
Yeah, they're saying he has good footwork, whatever you want to call it.
Perfect range. Yeah, great run to tackle. And like I said, this is actually so funny that we're so like quick to like, oh yeah, we think this guy's gonna be a success. And this first
quarterback Chargers, that's Justin Herbert, still correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Gotcha. Because they say Joe Alt, the best pass protector in this draft class. So
and I do think that the Chargers do need to do better is in the defensive line, I feel like, and also protecting Justin Herbert. But also, I feel like those, I felt like the two things that they do need to improve upon it. So we'll see how Harbaugh does as a Charger. So this is going to be interesting. Speaking, oh my goodness, you know the funny part was, so I was listening to the Dumpster Fire podcast talking about, are they going to pick JJ for the Giants? Is JJ McCarthy going to go to the Giants? And he literally, and the one guy, 5 Points Vids, was like, I'm going to punch this chair if we pick JJ McCarthy for the Giants. I'm going to be so mad. And look what they, and you know what? Giants, you actually made the right choice.
Yeah, I think so too. Like, it doesn't make sense to pay a quarterback a lot of money and then take another quarterback in the top like 5 of the draft, 6 of the draft.
Yeah, Falcons.
Right. But I mean, I think for this pick, like, I mean, everything that they're saying, like, a lot of people are saying this dude might be better than Marvin Harrison.
Ooh.
Like, they just said, like, he is more explosive. Like, they said basically him and Harrison, it kind of became more 1A, 1B instead of Marvin than him. I mean, and just with them saying that, like, I don't see how this dude isn't a success. Like, they're comparing him. I don't know exactly what his comps are, but, like, I've heard a lot of, like, Jamar Chases and, like, all these LSU dudes that are just lighting up the NFL. And he's supposed to be right there on par with them.
They're saying Jalen Waddle is a very close comparison.
Yeah, that's a good representation. I feel like, that's a really good compliment for that.
Yeah.
They're saying his top speed and his ability to get yards after the catch. That's what he's gonna be great at. So my vote for this. I mean, he's on my fantasy team for the rookies, Malik Neighbors. I'm gonna say. I mean, I'm gonna say he's gonna be. I'm gonna say mid.
Oh, you're gonna go with the mid.
Yeah,
even on your own team.
And I'm just going off the statistics because, I mean, nothing to do with him. But, I mean, look, we're giving all these people successes, and we just can't have all these top picks from the 2024 draft being all successful.
You never know. There was like 1 year in 2011 where, like, I think at least 6 or 7 of the top 10 were future Hall of Famers or were already in the Hall of Fame. So you never know.
True. Yeah, this could be that year, 2024.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, I definitely agree with
2021. It's like nobody I felt like was in that top 10 is like great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, what Malik Neighbors, he has Daniel Jones throwing to him, and what Daniel Jones was mid too.
Yeah.
Or he's mid.
So
mid throwing to mid.
Sure. And I'm gonna go with some success right here for Malik Neighbors. I just feel like he's gonna be good right there, and it pains me as a Cowboys fan, but I feel like he's gonna be good. I hope he's a
I think he's too explosive to not be good.
Yeah, I think you're I do agree. It's just like and also I just gotta say it, Giants, you should have picked you should have picked JJ just so I could have laughed. I wanted to laugh so hard. I wanted to lol so hard.
Sir, you wanted the Giants to pick JJ McCarthy?
Yeah, it's gonna have been so hilarious.
What's the joke here? I'm missing it.
Because they paid all that money for Daniel Jones. And they decided to bounce him out to get another QB.
Well, I'm glad they made their decision because that seems like the smart one to me.
Yes. But anyway, we got to next talk about JC Labyrinth, right?
Latham? I'll say Latham. I do believe that's his name.
Yes, I feel like I'm like that. I'm like that teacher that mispronounces everyone's names right now. Oh, I can't wait when we got to get to the Polynesian names. That's gonna be fun.
Hey.
Yes. But anyway, so from Alabama, right there, we have an O-line, defensive line right here.
Offensive tackle. We got it.
Said he looks like Matt Miller says Jawad Taylor kind of represents. Did really good in the 2023. But like I said, he is going to the Tennessee Titans. So Douglas, how do you feel about another Alabaman doing well. Nick Saban must be happy.
Yeah, I think so. It's so hard because I really know nothing about offensive linemen. Like, I mean, from what I see, he's a huge dude. He's like 6'6", 330 or something ridiculous. Like they said, he's lean too. He's not fat. So I mean, it's hard not to pick like a lot of these high-end offensive linemen as success because they're all so athletic. They're so big and move so well. So like, and he went to Alabama. So like, I'm just all around. I'm gonna go success, even though it's hard to really know too much about how good this offensive tackle will be. But
yeah, now I guess we'll go with you, Fyodor. How are you feeling?
Man, I mean, we're going on the 5-year span though, because right now I'm reading his little bio here in draft analysis, and they said that the Tennessee Titans, they need a left tackle, but then Latham, he's never played a snap being on the left side. So that might draw a little problem.
I think that's a good adjustment. I think you can still adjust to that. I know it's going to be a little bit hard.
Good adjustment. Yeah, it's going to be a huge adjustment for this guy because he's never played a snap in his life on the left side. Yeah, it's going to be a good adjustment for him. But if we're going on the 5-year plan, I'd say this guy is going to be a success. 6'6", 340. I'm just saying he might not be with Tennessee in the 5-year plan. Because I'm just thinking, like, you got to think past the first year.
Yeah, and that is true. And I will still say a success is like if they get traded to another team, but they still do dominant, and they're still dominant and still good. I mean, I will still consider them a success, in my opinion.
Domination.
Like if they're still like, I'm trying to think like, oh God, the Browns that you took from me from the Cowboys. We did a trade.
What? Oh, was there a trade last night? Wait, what? What do you mean?
No, there was a trade a couple years ago, and I'm still salty about it. Where you got a wide receiver.
Oh, the Browns got Amari Cooper. Nice.
Yeah, Amari Cooper, and I'm still salty about that. Why did we trade a 5th-round pick for him?
I'm not sure what you guys did not see in Cooper because he's a baller at the wide receiver position.
But I would consider him a success. I would still consider Amari Cooper a success, even though he bounced around a lot of teams.
Yeah, I mean, it's not about how many teams, it's about the digits. He put up some numbers.
Yeah, so I'm feeling the same way. Like I said, even though he's going to go to a different spot, I'm still feeling success. We're going across the board. Now we might go to the WTF moment of why did the Falcons decide to pay a lot of money for Kirk Cousins, but then they wanted to go with Michael Paxton Jr. for Washington, a QB. Really, Falcons.
Well, here's my problem. Like if they did this for like JJ, I'd be like, okay, like JJ's like 21. The timeline might make some sense, but like he's like going to be 24 years old here soon. By the time he might ever play a snap, he'll be in his late 20s. Like he might not even touch the field until this 5-year timeline.
Yeah, like I'm just going to say this. Why did you pick, if you were going to get this quarterback right now, why do you get Kirk Cousins and pay him this much? This does not make any sense.
Well, if you really liked him, trade back to like pick 30, get some like other draft picks. Like he would have been there like at the beginning of the second round.
He would definitely been a 2nd-round pick.
Exactly, and that's where it doesn't make sense to me. It's like,
yeah, like are you going to tell me like the Bronco? I'm trying to think. Okay, so maybe the Bronco. Let's look at the Raiders. Are you going to tell me the Saints, Colts, Seahawks, Vikings, Bengals? Like, look at all the that's left. The Panthers. Mm-hmm. They're going to trade. They're going to get this guy.
Yeah, like nobody. Like he wasn't a 1st-round talent. Like he could be a straight baller, and like that's good. It's my concern isn't with the fact that they picked him; it's where they picked him. Like there were so many better players that would have helped their team immediately.
Did the Falcons trade up to get that
No,
that was their position in the 1st round. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And
I mean, out of all these teams I'm looking up on the board that are after the Falcons, I don't think any of them really needed a quarterback.
Well, like we knew that the Vikings wanted JJ. Like, maybe they're worried about the Broncos, but like I feel like the Broncos preferred Bo Nix anyways.
And I know Michael, like he's like they're saying he's like comparable to Tua, but I don't know.
Yeah, what do you want in Tua? You want a guy that can't win? What has Tua done?
Tua has been okay, but like I said, I honestly, I'm gonna go first. It's gonna blow up in their face. I'm going bust.
Yeah, throw me down for a bust too.
Like honestly, just because of that, and I know Fyodor. I guess we'll probably get to you, Fyodor. What is your thoughts? I guess.
Oh yeah, sure. So I mean, they have. I'm not sure how old Kirk Cousins is off the top of my head.
36 right now.
36. Okay, so he's.
And he's on a 4-year contract right now with a 2-year.
I don't know where his mentality is for the remainder of his career, but 36, he's getting up there in age. His career might be coming to a close. How many years is that on that contract for the Falcons with Kirk Cousins?
4 years contract.
3? Okay.
4
years.
4 years, gotcha. So he's gonna be with the Falcons until he's 40. Penix. I mean, he might not stay with the Falcons. He might go to another team in the 5-year career. I'm gonna say he's gonna be. I'm gonna say he's gonna be a bust as well.
Yeah, I know. We get the triple bust right there, and it's so crazy because it's like I know we're not gonna do our tier maker. I'm sorry, not the tier maker. The stock. We're gonna call it this year the stock NFL stocks. Until September, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I might put the Falcons like low on the stocks when we get to September. I'm just saying, Douglas and Fyodor.
I respect that. I mean, they do have Bijan Robinson. I forgot who their wide receivers are.
But just for this pick,
they have London, Drake London.
And I understand they're trying to do like the Pat. I know they're trying to do the Lamar Jackson, the Patrick Mahomes, the Jordan Love. But the problem with those, like why those players were successful and why this pick doesn't make any success, they already had the pieces there. What do you have for the pieces for the Falcons?
Yeah, I mean, they have a ton of offensive skill players, but that's about it.
Yes. Get more defensive players. Get more like wide receivers.
Well, it's the same. I mean, I think if you're truly doing the plan, you maybe draft a QB in 2 more seasons, because sitting behind a guy for 4 full years, and then by the time he plays, Penix is what, 28, 29?
Yeah, that's very old as for a quarterback. Like I said, it should be at least into the 20. Like I'm trying to think. Like Patrick Mahomes, it was at least 2-3 years until he got 2 years.
Well, I mean, if you go with a guy like JJ there, JJ's just turned 21. So by the time he's starting, he's still just 25, and you still have 10, 12 years of grade. Like Michael Penix, you wait for 4 years to maybe get a good 5 years? The math is stupid there.
The math ain't mathing right now. I'm sorry. This is a terrible terrible thing. Honestly, I agree with Kirk Cousins, and his agent, getting so upset and frustrated and feeling blindsided. This is probably the worst draft pick I would say of this year. Hands down.
Oh yeah, I mean that's not even a hot take, that's just accurate.
Yeah, it's not even one of those where it's a Monday morning quarterback where it was like Johnny Manziel, where it was like everyone was saying he was going to be revolutionary football and be the best, the most famous Browns player in Cleveland. No. This one was a terrible pick even during the NFL draft. We didn't have to Friday morning quarterback this.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, next we got Romeo Odunze. And
Rome Odunze.
But I will say, I think his name is
this gentleman. This wide receiver is on Doug's rookie fantasy football team.
Oh yeah.
They're comparing him to Jamar Chase. So would you guys rather have Jalen Waddle on your team or Jamar Chase?
Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase.
Because they're comparing Malik Neighbors to Jalen Waddle, and they're comparing Rome Odunze to Jamar Chase.
And I gotta
easy. Wrote me down for success.
And I guess I got to ask you, Douglas, when's the last time you thought about the Roman Empire?
A day or two ago.
A day or two. Last time I thought about it was when Rome Aduze was picked for the NFL draft.
The Roman Empire.
But anyway, I feel the total op. I feel like this guy's going to be super good. I know we're going to make it quick. We're going to go for success. I feel like the Bears are going to be so much loaded. And I know it's going to pain you as a Lions fan, but I think this guy's going to be good.
I already said it, Stu. Give me 2. I want a success as well.
Oh, we're going to go for the success. I feel like, yeah, like I said, the Bears, be afraid of the Bears, Douglas. I think, honestly, those are your two, like, we'll see how it goes. But anyway,
do you guys think Christian Kirk is a success or a mid?
That's a good question.
Actually, I kind of forgot what Christian Kirk was.
What was that, Stu?
I actually kind of forgot where Christian Kirk was coming from.
He plays for the Jaguars, I do believe.
I think he's mid. I think he's been overpaid, but I think he's kind of mid.
Because I'm going to put Rome Odunze as a mid for me.
Wow!
Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to be. I mean, I know Christian Kirk is what. I mean, height has nothing to do with it, but I think Rome Odunze is going to be more like Christian Kirk if we're calling Kirk a mid.
Wow, that's some clutch picking right there. So that is super surprising on that one. But now, I think we're gonna have Douglas pick for this one. I mean, I think you know a lot about this player, or maybe a little bit about this player, Douglas. What's your thoughts about JJ McCarthy?
So we need a better introduction than just this player JJ McCarthy. How about we do maybe the 2024 college football national champion quarterback JJ McCarthy?
That's a better intro. Well, I mean, I'm gonna sum up some of the things I heard yesterday at the draft. Winner, great mentality, loved by his teammates, tough. He's a hockey player too. We all love hockey, and he's going to Minnesota. How much better does it get than that? He's mindful. He meditates, but Andy's tough. I mean, you guys know where I'm going to go with this one. He's my quarterback for the fantasy draft. Just knock me down for a success, Stu.
But this is a tough one because, like I said, he's playing against your Lions, Douglas.
Hey, that's okay. I get to see him play twice a year, then that's all that means.
Yes. And I think, like I said, was it Josh? I'm trying to think. So who's going to be the quarterback for the Vikings now? It's going to be that one guy, right? Joshua Dobbs.
It's going to be JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, JJ will probably start. No, they get Joshua Dobbs isn't there. They have Sam Darnold, maybe. Maybe it's Darnold. They have like one of those dudes where it's kind of like he hasn't amounted to much. He's just kind of like filling a roster spot. A fellow bust, if you will. They have a bust at their QB.
Yeah, that is true. That's gonna be a tough one. So I think
everything I'm seeing, like JJ will probably start pretty early. He gets to throw the ball to Hawkinson and Justin Jefferson. They picked up Aaron Jones.
Ooh,
like, it's gonna be a solid football team. I think still. They're not going to be. They're probably going to be the worst team in the NFC North because I mean the Bears, the Packers, the Lions are all going to be awesome. But
yeah, I think it's going to be a tough one. But like I said, Fyodor. Actually, you know what? I'll go next. You're going to hate me, Douglas.
Hey, Stu, I don't hate your opinions. If you call him mid or a bust, that's okay.
I think he's going to be a mid. I don't know.
Maybe the way you said that, I thought you were gonna put a bust down.
No, I don't think he's gonna be a bust. But I don't know. Maybe I just feel a little bit worried. I know he won a national championship, and I know it wasn't like everything, but I just don't know.
See, I mean, my personal thoughts is like I feel like he's slightly underrated because Michigan had such a good team around him. Because like I do think that he's the guy that if he was needed like Caleb Williams to throw 50 times a game, I think he could at a fairly high level. Like he's got a cannon, he can throw it 60 plus yards in the air. He had like the fastest throw or second fastest to Joe Milton at the combine. He's athletic. There's a lot of really good traits. He's
But the only
6'3".
problem is, like I said, he's going to be in a different spot where the Vikings are not going to be in that situation. I mean, this is the Vikings,
They got
so
Justin
we'll see.
Jefferson.
I mean, you got Jefferson, but it's a different league than Michigan.
They have T.J. Hawkinson.
Well,
They have
do you know
Jordan
the good
Addison.
news here, Stu? Yeah, do you know the good news, Stu?
Yeah.
Michigan runs an NFL-style offense. So if anything, he's more prepared than these other dudes. He knows how to take snaps under center. He knows how to do all the things. He's just a pro.
Yeah, like I said, we'll see how it goes. Like I said, maybe I might be wrong, or maybe I will tell you I told you so. It's either one.
It'll be fun
or
either
maybe,
way.
or maybe he's just a complete failure, and then we're just like, oh, that was surprising.
Maybe it'll be fun. I'm gonna follow his career, that's for sure.
Yes. Now, Fyodor, how are you feeling?
Man, it's hard to decide on this. I mean, yeah, he has JJ, he has Jordan Addison, now he has Aaron Jones, TJ Hawkinson. It's almost like Caleb Williams. Not as crazy good of players, but still, I'd say that's a great core right there, running back, tight end, 2 wide receivers. So for him to screw this up, I'd say JJ 5-year career. I'd say success as well. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we got 3 successes and
Because I feel like he'll be with Minnesota for at least 3-4 years, maybe even that 5th year. Because who else is going to be coming into the Minnesota quarterback room and try to fight for the position?
Well, that's the thing too. Like we're talking about with Williams, is like he's in such a good situation. Like if JJ went to like the Commanders, I think he easily could have been a bust or could be a bust. But like I think he's just like a really big culture guy, and like he kind of has the perfect spot, I think, in Minnesota. Like I'm glad he went to Minnesota.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, I guess we're now sadly done with JJ, and now we're in the number 12 pick with the JETX. Jets. Did Onadune Fatatu? Fashtu? I'm sorry.
I'd say maybe Olu Fashanu.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right, Chris. Is this
Olu
our first Polynesian that you were talking about, Stu?
No, I think he's from Nigeria, actually.
Oh. This is the defensive end from UCLA, though?
No. He's the guy from Penn State. You see it right here.
Penn State offensive tackle.
Oh, my apologies. That was
6'6", 312 pounds.
Yes.
Whoever Terran Armstead is, sorry if he watches these podcasts and I don't know who he is. But yeah, that's the comparison to Mr. Olu Fashanu.
He was a pretty high pick recently.
I will say that it is a great name. I'm not gonna lie. That is a great name.
Yeah, that's so hard. Like I feel like one of these guys has to be mid, and like I think Penn State is just mid. So like that's all I'm basing this on. But I'll throw a mid out there.
You're being Penn State biased right now.
I think, yeah, I am. I don't like James Franklin and what he does over there. Not a Penn State guy.
How dare you
like at least Ryan Day, like I can respect like the competitiveness. Like James Franklin just seems like a sore loser to me that just like always whines. Like,
oh my,
yeah, you always lose the big games. He's like a Jim Harbaugh that never actually started to win anything important.
If like Jim Harbaugh like continued to just be mid,
exactly. I feel like he's like 2017 Jim Harbaugh that like never turned the corner.
Yes. Now I guess we'll go with you, Fyodor. How you feeling?
I'm gonna say, well, so I'm reading his little write-up. He's gonna be a backup. He's not gonna be a starter. The guy he's a backup to. He has a bunch of injuries, so he might be starting this season if the guy he's backup to gets injured. I would say success for this guy. I mean, Jets, you're gonna be protecting Aaron Rodgers. So yeah, I'd say success for Mr.
This would be a good question. Like I said, Olu Fashanu. I'm sorry, Olu Fashanu.
Olu.
I like that, but I'm feeling I think the Jets. I'm going to disagree with you, Doug. I think he is going to be a success. I just feel like the Jets are going to turn around a little bit. They might be a little bit better. We'll see how Aaron Rodgers does for another year, or maybe he might be vice president.
No, I think he already turned that down. That he's not going to be running for any political parties.
Yeah,
focus
I know
on
it's not
football.
political, but I know we're not a political show. But wouldn't you want Vice President Rogers?
No, I don't really agree with a lot of things he thinks.
I know, but anyway, I know he is a little bit kooky, but anyway. But like I said, I know we should probably not talk about politics. But anyway, next we're going to talk about Bo Nix, the quarterback from Oregon, the Duckies. He's going to Bronco Country. Let's ride.
Let's ride.
So I guess Fyodor, will he be Broncos Country? Let's ride, or Broncos Country? The ride never ends.
They're comparing him to Dak Prescott. Can you see it? So isn't that crazy? Dak Prescott.
And the crazy part, yeah, Dak was like a 4th or a 3rd round pick.
Do you guys consider Mr. Marcus Mariota a mid or a bust?
Bust. 100% bust.
Gotcha.
Isn't he still in the league though? Yeah, I mean, I guess he never.
Yeah, he's the backup, I think, for the Commanders actually, because I was looking.
Yeah, if you're like still a backup and you never had a successful year in the NFL, you're a bust, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think that's a bust.
I'm gonna say for Mr. Bo Nix though, he's gonna be a bust. I don't think there's any rhyme or reason for my opinion.
No, I mean I'm right behind you.
I think this high for this high of a quarterback being drafted out of Oregon, I think the last one was Marcus Mariota. Maybe I'm just comparing them. So
I think honestly this is like the Broncos are in the rebuild stage because of Russell Wilson. I just do not feel as confident for the Broncos, and this is their rebuilding year, and I don't think they're going to have the pieces. They don't have the money to spend.
I hear what you're saying. And I'll add a little bit. I think bust as well, but I think more because of him, not because of the organization. Like everything that I've seen is like he's really good at check downs. Like he can run like those Oregon like gimmicky spread offenses, but like he's not really able to push the ball downfield. Like he can hit a lot of those mid-range throws, which like cool, but like he doesn't really have that like NFL like. There's not any particular thing that's like super exciting about his game. He just played a ton of games. Like granted, he had a great year last year, but I think it's more he's a system quarterback personally rather than an elite NFL prospect. You know, at least for me.
Yeah. I'm feeling the bid bust right now. Man, we're feeling very busty on Pro Nix. But next, we also got another
over here.
I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that.
Okay,
anyway. We got Brock Bowers.
Oh, we all said bust for Mr. Bo Nix? Cool. All right.
We all said bust. But we got the Georgia boy, Brock Bowers, right now. Tight end. He is going to the Raiders Nation right now.
Yeah, I didn't really get the pick for the Raiders, personally. It's like they really didn't need another tight end, but like I still think he'll be a success. I think he's too talented not to.
I think we're gonna go quick on this one. I agree with you, Douglas. I think he's gonna be a success. I feel a lot more confident on the Raiders for next year, for this season. I think they're going in the right track, even though they fired their coach. But like I said, I'm glad they kept their intern coach. I think there's going to be a lot more prospects for the Raiders. Now, will they make the playoffs? No. But I do feel like they're going to be good, and I think Brock Bowers is going to be a success for the Raider Nation.
Who's their quarterback? Are they still playing?
Is it Garoppolo?
Is it Jimmy Garoppolo still?
No, Garoppolo's on the Rams. He's backing up Stafford. I think they're still playing. They're still playing whoever's filling in for them. I can't think of his name though. They're like
Aaron O'Connell.
Yeah, that guy, Aiden O'Connell.
Aiden O'Connell. Who
Yeah, so that's the only worry is like that guy throwing him the ball, but they still have Devontae Adams, so it's like maybe it'll all work out.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it doesn't mean like the organization. Like I said, I feel optimistic, but like I said, this is more of like, is he going to be good as a tight end? Not how is the organization going to be good?
Mm-hmm.
Do the Raiders have a tight end already?
Yeah, they had the dude from Notre Dame last year, which is why it didn't make a lot of sense. Like Michael Mayer.
Oh,
I
see.
think they took him in the first round last year too.
I'm gonna say Brock Bowers. Yeah, he's gonna overtake Michael Mayer's position or whatever, or they could run 2 tight ends. But he's gonna be more successful than Michael Mayer. So I think he's gonna be a success. Yeah, because they're comparing him to George Kittle. So yeah, success for Mr. Brock Bowers, and Brock is on Doug's rookie fantasy football team.
My God, I have nobody so far besides Michael Bennett Jr. I believe.
Didn't you have Marvin Harrison?
I think I did have Marvin Harrison. Yeah.
You did not, Stu. I picked Jane Daniels, and after Jane Daniels, Marvin Harrison was still available, so I picked Marvin Harrison.
So I got nobody.
Yeah, so the only person you have on a team right now, that's on your team is Caleb Williams.
He doesn't even have Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, I have Malik Neighbors. Yeah, I'm not sure who Stewart picked second for his team, but he has Caleb Williams, Brian Thomas, wide receiver, Jonathan Brooks, running back. Oh, that was Stewart's second pick was Brian Thomas.
Oh, that was a stretch, too.
Yeah, he has Ladd McConkey, wide receiver. I'm not sure what college
right now.
McConkey goes
to.
In
the corner right now.
McConkey went to Georgia. They actually say McConkey's supposed to be solid. That's just a hilarious name.
Yes, and yet the Falcons decided, no McConkey, we need another quarterback.
Yeah, who wants McConkey when you can have a backup QB?
Yeah, we need to do the Patrick Mahomes strategy. But anyway, so we got for Oregon right now. We got
yes, sir. Good luck pronouncing this name.
Tessa. Oh God, this is the Polynesian. Oh God.
So you should just type these names into Google and let them pronounce them.
Tessa Fugu.
I'm gonna say Talise Fuaga.
Talise Fuaga.
Sounds weird.
Yeah, let's go. And this gonna be fun when we get to the UCLA player. That's gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm.
But
this guy, he's an offensive tackle, 6'6", 325 pounds.
Right, that's actually a good one. He's going to the Saints. I'm feeling a lot more generous right now, and I'm feeling success right now. I'm feeling it. I just feel like this guy's gonna be good.
Yeah,
we have so many successes that we need to even out the law of averages here.
But hey, you never know. Like I said, I always say you never know. You might have like a draft class that's like the 1983 draft class that is like super like elite, or the 2011 draft class, or we might have the 2021 draft class where it's just like crickets.
I'm gonna say success for Mr. Fuaga.
Oh,
I'll do this.
They said he's gonna be on the right side, the right tackle more than likely. They said he only allowed 1 sack his entire collegiate career. That's impressive. So yeah, success.
Yes, success. This is a very quick one on that one. So we feel like very much. But next one,
we go quick on these offensive tackles. We don't know what they do, or we didn't really watch our collegiate highlights.
Yeah, unfortunately, I did not. I only know the quarterbacks and the collegiate. Yeah. Are you telling me we didn't look at the O-line and we studied this for 5 hours? How dare us, be casual instead of professional? Yeah. But anyway, we got our next one from UCLA. We got Latu.
I think that was good pronunciation. Yeah, Doug, how would you pronounce that?
That sounded great, Stu. I thought that was great.
Yeah.
Latu. Okay, so what you got to say a lot of Latu?
Latu. I have no idea.
Latu. I don't know. I don't know.
I think Doug or Stuart pronounces it better than I can.
Yeah, I liked your pronunciation, Stu. Very nice.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, he's from UCLA. Matthew Jordan. I feel like. Oh, are you guys still there?
Oh, we're still here, baby.
We're
thinking,
waiting for you. Oh, okay. I'll start it off then, Stu. I mean, I think it's hard because he's the first defender taken. Part of me wants to say mid though. Like, there's just something about it.
Wow. Like, how do you be mean to Latu?
I mean, I don't know. Like, it just like, where did he even get drafted? Let's just say the Colts. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't think he's gonna be like, he's not gonna take over the league or anything. Like, he's probably just gonna be get 5 sacks a year type of thing. Like, he'll just be a solid NFL contributor, I think.
Yeah, I'm giving out these success like candy. I'm feeling success.
Wow,
I'm just saying.
Stu, yeah. You get success, and you get success. Oprah out here, Stu.
I'm like Oprah in the cars. You get a success. You're going to have a great NFL career. You're going to get a 10-year, $100 million contract. You're going to get this. Everybody's going to do great.
I'm gonna go mid on this gentleman. He's no J.J. Watt, T.J. Watt, Myles Garrett. The one guy from the Raiders, can't think of his name, but I'd say he's a success.
I hope.
Yeah, mid for this guy.
I'm hoping I get to prove all you guys wrong, and then I'm just gonna be very humble and not gonna gloat the whole time that I'm correct, which I'm right.
That's good, Stu. That's good.
Alrighty, so we got another one from Longhorn Nation. Brian Murphy II going to the Seattle Seahawks right now. Christopher, how you feel about Brian Murphy?
Defensive tackle, 6'1", 300 pounds. So I 6'1" is that? That's kind of short for a defensive tackle. Correct me if I'm wrong there.
He's 297. To be fair.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I know weight's good because you have to have some size when you're on the line, but you also have to have some height, so you're not getting pushed around too. But I'm not sure who they're comparing this guy to. It says Justin Madubuike. I've never heard of him. I'm gonna say, unfortunately, Longhorn Nation. I'm gonna say this guy's gonna be a bust. Sorry.
No! Why? How dare you?
Why? I mean, sure, we're throwing out successes and mids. We gotta throw a couple busts out here,
not my Longhorn player. You gotta put a bust in there. Oh my goodness.
Stu, I was gonna originally say mid, but I'm gonna change my answer. But there's one reason why. Do you know who the new coach is for the Seattle Seahawks?
No, actually, who is it?
Oh gosh, Mike McDonald. He was the defensive coordinator at Michigan I think 2021. Then he went his jump between the two Harbaugh brothers, and now he's running his own team. He's a defensive genius, so I think he'll know exactly how to use Mr. Byron Murphy here. So I'll say he'll be a success because he'll be put in a position to succeed.
And you know what I got to say to Douglas? Because I got to support Longhorn Nation. And Longhorn Nation says those boys are going to be a darn success. Let's go, Brian Murphy, II. And next, we got Dallas Turner right now from Alabama is going to the Vikings for a trade from Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Yeah, it was from Jacksonville. So it seems like the Vikings really wanted Dallas Turner.
Yes. So, but it's going to be interesting because, like I said, they say looks like he's Josh Allen. That's what they said.
Wait, they say he looks like Josh Allen? What do you mean by that?
Are you talking about the defensive end Josh Allen for the Jaguars?
Yes.
Yeah, that's weird. I see what you're saying because it says Matt Miller's pro camp, Josh Allen. So maybe he has the work ethic. Oh, Josh Allen. There's two Josh Allens in the NFL.
Yeah, there's two Josh Allens. There's
we're not talking about the quarterback for the Bills. I see what we're going on here.
We're not talking about quarterback for the Bills, guys.
Let's see. The Vikings, though, does the Vikings need defense? I didn't really look at their defense last year or know anything about it, but I mean, man, this guy's 6'3". He's got some height on him. He's 250, 247. I'm gonna say he's gonna be. I'll say success. Yeah, Dallas Turner.
Oh, you're gonna go success. I'm gonna switch it up. I hate to say it. I'm feeling mid. I don't know. I just have a bad feeling. I mean, you might be doing good. Might be proving me wrong. But I'm feeling a little bit of a mid right now.
Stu, I was feeling that as well. I was feeling that mid energy too.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to be terrible, but I don't think he's going to be like the best like wide receiver of like all time. And who knows, maybe he'll be like Richard the Perry refrigerator, and then it's just like, oh, we're all idiots right here. But anyway, so we got an O-line right now.
Oh yeah, that was three straight defensemen that were taken right there.
Yeah, so we got Artemis Min from Georgia going to the Bengals to hopefully protect Joe Burrow at all costs.
Oh yeah, Amarius Mims, nice.
Do you guys think Joe Burrow will be the same? Like I've heard some people saying that hand surgery that he got could actually be a lot more serious than they said.
Ooh.
And it could like affect his grip strength and his throwing ability, and he might never be the same.
But that stinks. But
I mean, that'd be good for us Browns fans. That'd be great. But
hey, at least he got paid before that happened too.
Yeah, he did get paid. So hey, he did get that. He can smoke as much cigarettes as he can for Mr. Burrow. I'm just saying, get those cigars, baby. But I'm feeling a success for Arthur Miller. I just feel like I said, I feel like he's gonna be in a good spot with the Bengals. I think the Bengals, like I said. I'm probably more biased towards the organization, and I do feel like the Bengals organization is going to be good to help him out. And yeah, that's why I feel like that's why I'm putting the success right now.
Yes, Stu, make that 2. I'll take a success.
Woohoo! Let's go!
Yeah, make that 3 in a row. This guy seems like a tank.
Triple crown of success.
6'8", 340 pounds. What a monster!
I'll say yeah. I don't know how they evaluate these offensive linemen because like they all seem like they're ridiculously sized, but like, and if you're at Georgia, he probably won 2 national titles there. Like, dude's got to be a tank.
Yeah.
This guy they say is a great pass blocker, so that's definitely gonna help out Joe Burrow and his hand.
Yes. Now this is gonna be interesting. Now we're on the point now, gentlemen. We're all on the teams that made the playoffs, except for the Panthers. Because Panthers don't like to do good trades. Yes, I will dog on the and the Cardinals. But like I said, we got to start with the first team that made the playoffs and got a draft pick, Jared Verse, for Florida State right now. We got an edge rusher right now. He did now. Interestingly, Douglas, they did say He did say Mac Miller said Trey Hawkinson.
Yeah, Trey Hendrickson. He's a rusher for the Bengals.
For the Bengals.
Yeah. Well, so first off, something that Bill Belichick didn't like, so I just wanted to let you boys know. He says, "Why are we using the term edge rusher? That's not a position." Bill Belichick was getting annoyed when they were calling people edge rushers. Like, what are you? Are you an outside linebacker? Are you a defensive end? Like, an edge rusher is it's like you got to earn the right to be an edge rusher by being good at stopping the run so you get to third long. Beside the point, I don't know. I just feel like I'm due for a mid. Like, this guy might be solid, but, like, I don't know. There's just something about him that, like, wasn't speaking, like, elite talent to me.
Ooh. Now, Theodore, how are you feeling?
So it seems like the Rams drafted a guy last year named Byron Young. Apparently, that guy was a success. I'm gonna say this guy's gonna be a success as well. They're saying Byron Young's on one side, and now Jared Verse is gonna be on the other side, and they're gonna, act accordingly. Plus, this is for the Rams. Didn't
Yeah.
Aaron Darnold? I'm mispronouncing his name. Didn't he just retire?
Yes, Aaron Donald did retire, yes. And
There we go.
should you say future Hall of Famer Aaron
he's
Donald?
he's a success. So if this guy can fill a gap, perfect.
I feel like this is a tough one. I'm feeling both mid or success. It's like back and forth, back and forth. I'm feeling a mid. I'm going with my heart. I'm sorry, but I feel very middy on
there. I feel like even like mid though in my mind is still like a decent NFL player. You know, it's like I just don't think he's going to be like he's not going to be a guy that like you hear every Sunday. He's going to be a guy that'll make some plays here and there.
Yeah, maybe I would say like a Van Der Esch would probably be a mid.
Yeah,
in the Cowboys. I love him, but the saying he's not CeeDee Lamb. Now we got someone from the Pittsburgh Steelers, your favorite team, Chris Feodor.
Oh yeah, I love those Steelers.
You love those Steelers. You love waving those terrible towels right now. And Troy Fatu, right? Troy Fatu, right?
I say what Fautanu?
Fautanu, sorry. Troy Fautanu. We got someone from Washington who is an OG.
Offensive guard.
Yeah, offensive guard. I guess I'll go first. I'm feeling okay. So I feel like the Steelers are always done good. I feel like this is going to be more in the organization than I would say the player. Granted, I don't know much about this player, but I'm just going how I'm feeling about the organization. And I feel like they're at least going to be a good mid to success. So I'm feeling the success for this guy. I think this is a good pick.
The same. I mean, he's the first offensive tackle, which means theoretically he's the best offensive guard in this class. And just for that reason, I think he's going to be a success if he's that. Good enough to be the first offensive guard taken off the board.
Yeah.
And he's going to a good organization for linemen.
Yeah, that was like honestly my second pick. It's more. I feel like it's more maybe not his talent, but I feel like I think more because the organization. I feel like and they can make him do better to make his talent even better.
So, yeah, I'd have to say success as well. He's like the best guard in the draft class. So, yeah, hats off to Mr. Fautanu.
Yes. Now, Douglas, are you ready to chop something right now? Douglas, are you ready for some Chop Robertson from Penn State going to the Dolphins right now?
That's a nice pickup for the Dolphins, actually.
And also, that's a great name. I'm not gonna lie, that is a great name, Chop Robinson. I hope he has some good nicknames. Like I'm ready to chop some quarterbacks. I'm ready to chop some wide receivers. I know he's an edge rusher, but
I hope he gets a sponsorship from some kind of like a steakhouse or something.
Oh my god! Can you get a Chipotle sponsorship and just have him like chopping away?
You got to use those names. Like there was the dude for the Michigan Wolverines a couple years ago, Jake Butt. So he started like literally he like got sponsored like toilet paper and stuff.
I mean that is funny, but like I said, how do we feel about him going to the Dolphins right now? And like I said, I know that they said Matt Miller said his pro camp is Josh Sweet right now. I'm feeling, Douglas, that you should go first.
Well, that's fair, Stu. Because he's going to be playing next to my high school teammate there, Mr. Zachary Sealer, which will be spectacular. So naturally, he's going to be a success.
Oh, now Feodor, you're going to go next. How do you feel about some Chop Robinson?
What he's a defensive tackle, edge rush or whatever.
Edge rusher.
I'll say he's gonna be mid.
Oh, I'll say mid. Wow. Why do you feel like he's gonna be mid?
I mean, I'm just a casual sports talker. Didn't watch too much of his film or any of his film actually.
Are you trying to do a Penn State bias right now?
No, going off the laws of averages, I'm throwing too many successes out there. Eventually, I'll need to throw a bus or two in here soon coming up.
And you never know. I feel like I'm going to be a little bit more successful because I'm putting some Chop Robertson success because he's on the Dolphins right now, baby. And like I said, how can you say no to the great name of Chop Robertson?
Good name.
Yes.
Didn't the
now we
Dolphins
got
have
our
one of the
first-
best defenses last year too? I could be mistaken
Yes.
though.
They have a
Yeah,
really
but
good defensive line, so this guy will just add to that because they have a couple of good. They have a good defensive line. I think they have Jalen Ramsey too, right?
yeah. So good for him. Like I said, good for you, Chop Robinson. But now we got our only MAC #1 pick right now. I think it's the first time in Toledo since 1993. I remember I watched that where a Toledo player got picked #1. That's a fun
Yeah.
tidbit.
Yeah, I mean he runs like a 4.340.
Yeah,
He's
Quintinius
tall.
Mitchell. I mean,
yeah, I mean I'm gonna say a success. Like I think he's just like tall, fast, athletic. Like he tested super good at the combine. I think he's just gonna be an all-around solid player. I'll throw me down for a success for this fellow.
you're gonna go success. Oh, I hate this because I feel like I might have to do it, but I feel like he's gonna be a success. I think he's gonna help the Eagles, and it's gonna pain me. Why?
The Eagles are gonna be good against Stu. I think the Eagles took over the division.
Ah!
They got
Oh my-
Saquon too. Cowboys just kind of lost everyone. They don't even have a running back.
We can always get Zeke, right?
Yeah, sure. Stu.
Don't
Go
you guys
ahead and
have
take
Tony
the watch
Pollard?
and
Who,
see.
yeah,
No,
who's their
Tony
running?
Pollard
We don't have
left.
Tony Pollard no more.
Oh, wait.
They let Tony walk.
Where'd he go?
Where did he go? Did he go to? I think he went to the Titans.
Oh, okay. That
He
makes
replaced
sense.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah, Derrick
Yeah.
Henry with the Ravens.
Remember when Jerry Jones said all in? Yeah, yeah, we went all in, right?
So the
All
Cowboys
in.
really don't have a running back, right?
Yeah, no, they really. I mean, they probably have one on the roster somewhere, but
Yeah, they have to. All right, Quinyon Mitchell. I'm gonna say, I mean, he's the best cornerback in this draft class. I'm gonna say success. I'm gonna say success.
Oh, we went to the
Yeah.
triple crown of success, man. We are getting so many successes right now. Now we got a Jaguars player. I believe is this the first time the Yeah, this is the first time the Jaguars are actually in the draft. I think they traded. Yeah, they traded from Cleveland to Houston and Minnesota right now to get Brian Thomas Jr. right now.
Stuart, this is one of your wide receivers on your rookie fantasy football team, Mr. Brian.
Oh, he's a sick. Yeah, so I guess we got to go Theodore. So it looks like they say his pro comp is T. Higgins. That looks good.
T. Higgins is a great wide receiver.
yeah.
Oh, whoa.
I mean, he's solid when he plays. I feel like the dude's always hurt. Like he's so
Yeah.
frustrating to draft in fantasy football. That being said, I wouldn't be mad if the Lions traded for him. But he
Well,
requested
like I
a
s-
trade, Mr. T. Higgins did.
yes, but I will say, Theodore, you go first. Is Brian Thomas Jr. gonna have a successful NFL career?
I'm gonna say he's gonna go mid.
Wow.
This is what Christian Kirk, he plays on the Jaguars, right?
Yeah.
And then Jaguars, I think they have another wide receiver. Well, obviously they have another wide receiver, but like a big name wide receiver. Was it Calvin Ridley, right?
Yeah.
Calvin Ridley left.
Oh, did he?
Oh, he did.
I think he went to Tennessee as well.
Oh, all right. So maybe it's gonna be a good fit for Brian Thomas here with the Jacksonville Jaguars. But yeah, I'm gonna go mid.
Yeah, I was leaning mid as well on this one. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's one of those things where it's like he might be solid, but he's just going to be competing with so many guys still, even without Calvin Ridley.
All
And,
right.
like,
You
I don't
might
know.
hate me. I might go worst. I haven't said it a lot. I think he's gonna be a bust. I think he's gonna be the late down
Nice.
bust. I'm sorry.
Any reason why, Stu?
I just have a bad feeling, and also you guys convinced me, and I think I got to go lower.
All right.
I just feel like maybe the organization also. I just don't feel as confident with the Jaguars right now. I think they're going downgrade.
Yeah, that's fair.
And next, Douglas, how do you feel about Terrence Arnold going from Alabama to the Detroit Lions right now?
Well, Stu, spoiler, that's part of the reason that I'm hanging out here in Alabama is I was recruiting this guy up to the Lions.
I knew it. I knew it. You secretly did it. Oh. Also,
No,
I
but
should say, I forgot. The Lions did trade for Dallas. So
Yeah, they did trade with Dallas. I mean, I thought it was a phenomenal pick. A lot of people had this guy as their best corner. It was kind of split between Mr. Mitchell and this guy. But the Lions are a huge beneficiary of like all these defenders falling. The only thing that makes me nervous is we don't have a great track record of drafting DBs. Mr. Jeff Okuda comes to mind.
oh
That's like
God. Oh,
he was an absolute bust, pick top 5. But I think this guy will be a huge success. Like I think the Lions, I think he just fits perfectly because the Lions have like 2 or 3 other good corners, rebuilding their like defensive backfield, and he's going to probably play right away. He's going to be great.
yes. Now, Theodore, you're gonna go. Actually, I should go next. I hate to say it. I'm gonna agree with Douglas. I just feel like the Lions are in the better track record, and I think I like the pick. I'm going for success right now. I just feel like
I'm gonna do the clean sweep success as well because they're saying he's gonna be a starter right off the rip.
Yes, let's go.
Like I love what the Lions have been doing. Like I think I mean that's exactly what I was hoping that they would do, and I think they might have gotten a potential top 10 player in the 20s, which is super exciting too.
Yes, I think that this one next. We got Jordan Morgan from the Packers. Sorry.
I'm gonna throw out a bust. I haven't thrown out bust in quite a while. It's the Packers. Where's this guy coming from? Arizona. Like they had a nice season, but like, yeah, I'm feeling busty.
I'm feeling a success right now, Douglas. I just want to disagree because I think the Packers are in a better position right now, and I think I like this player right now. So, Theodore, what's your thoughts?
Oh wow, you guys success and bust, completely opposite ends of the spectrum there.
Are you gonna go?
We're gonna go bust on to Mr. Jordan Morgan.
Wow.
Yeah, I was throwing out a lot of successes, a lot of mids, but they're also saying that that there was a better option at offensive tackle instead of this Jordan Morgan guy. His name is Tyler Guyan from Oklahoma, who got drafted 3 rounds after Morgan.
You know, I'm just not a huge fan of the 2 first names either. You know, I think that's part of my issue.
You got to be hating on the 2 first names. How dare you hate on the 2 first names?
You know, Stu, you kind of have 2 first names too. I met a guy named Jasper not too long ago.
How dare you be mean to the 2 first names on that one? The 2 first names have been the greatest. So, but like I said, we got some Grant Barton from Duke. He's going to the Buccaneers. How do you feel about this guy?
2 first round
center.
This guy's gonna be starting right away because the Buccaneers lost their center.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be snapping balls right to Baker Mayfield. He's still a Buccaneer, right?
Yes. Yeah, they paid him. He got paid $50 million this year for a contract right now. He got paid.
I don't know too much about centers. I'm gonna say, I mean, I don't really know how to judge a successful center versus a mid center, or snap or whatever you want to call a position. I'm gonna say mid.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I just don't know how to judge the success or mid range of a center.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll go success just because you're saying he's going to start right away, like in a position need. Like I don't know how you judge center. Like you just judge them on all pros on pancakes. I don't know, but I think he'll be a guy that'll be solid.
I'm gonna go. I think it's gonna be a success. I mean, granted, I don't know much about this center or this guy, but I feel like he's gonna be in a good organization. He's gonna be a starter. There's not gonna be really any bad spots. So I think he's gonna be good. Now we got Durian Robertson from Missouri going to the Cardinals right now.
What position is this young
man? Edge rusher.
Edge rusher.
Cam White. That's what he said for the Mac Miller Pro Comp.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
495 on a 40-yard dash, so that's at least good.
I mean, that's kind of slow. I mean, in high school, I ran a 4.9.
I could probably do better. I think I can do better than 4.9 as a runner.
Well, I don't know, Stu. I don't know if you're a sprinter.
I think I can do better. I think, like I said,
All right, so when I go up to Michigan, let's time it out because I
we
think you'd be at about a 5.2.
Make sure you guys let me know which weekend you guys are going up because I'll gladly join on the sprint.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'd
we'll
run
try
like
to get on the run,
5.6
people.
right now, Stu.
Yeah,
Like,
we
I
could
think
try
you'd
to
run
bring.
about a 5.2.
Yeah. You think I'm going to be a 6?
No, I said a 5.2.
Bruh.
That's still fast, Stu. Like, you're not a sprinter.
I'm going to be at least 4.9.
No, on the 40.
No?
I don't see, like, I don't know, Stu, like, you're great at distance right now, but like sprinting, like, I don't know. I mean, I guess you might prove me wrong.
Yeah, who
Like,
knows? I'm gonna prove you wrong. I'm just saying. I might have a Usain Bolt like fast speed.
When do you sprint, Stu? Like, I don't think I've ever really seen you sprint in like years. Like, you do distance. Those are completely different things.
I know.
5.2 is an incredible time still, by the way.
Yes.
I'm not saying that you're slow.
Just saying, 140. I'm hoping to get under 140 to.
We're just saying you're not fast.
How dare
You're not
you?
slow, Stu. You're just not really fast.
How dare all of you to garbage my speed? But anyway, we got to go back to Dalian Morey.
Well,
Robert.
I have an idea, Stu. Wait. I have one more quick. Have you guys seen where people run the 40 to determine the NFL draft order?
I have seen that. I would love to do that so bad.
Yeah,
but
it'd be a lot of fun.
It's unfortunate that no one. Well, we have people like that go there, but to the draft, but it's only like 8 out of the 12 teams. Like, we'd have to have everyone in person.
Yeah, and like some people wouldn't do it. Like Kaner might not do it. I don't know. Sorry, I digress. Be a fun.
But anyway, I'm feeling a little bit more. Just because of the slow one, I'm going bust. I feel like bad feeling on the Cardinals.
Straight Bow is a Cardinals player too. I'll go mid.
You think he's gonna be mid?
I'm taking bust as well, Stu.
Oh,
it's because they're saying the Cardinals need a lot of help on the defensive line. If they need a lot of help, he's going to be overworking himself. So maybe that could be a good thing. But I'm taking on this end. He's going to overwork himself, and I just don't think he's gonna do well.
Yes. Now next, we got a player that's coming to my Longhorn Nation. And the Swifties are so happy because they got Xavier Worthy going to the Chiefs right now.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is one of the most logical and like best fits in the draft by a good amount. So like, I think it's just got to be a success because he's fitting such a need for the Chiefs.
Honestly, it's
I'm surprised that they got him, you know? Like, what do you run, a 4.21, like the fastest time in an NFL draft history?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, since 2003. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So,
I'm feeling good. I think he's going to do well, and we're all going to be so upset because Kansas City is going to be so good, and Xavier Worthy is going to be a great player for the Chiefs because
they're comparing him to Deshaun Jackson. When you have Deshaun Jackson comparisons, then Deshaun, he's a success or was a success in the NFL.
Yeah, he was amazing.
But I am going to pick Xavier Worthy is going to be a bust.
The
reason I say that is the wide receivers for the Chiefs, they come and they go, and there's not like besides Travis Kelce. Yeah, he's a receiver, but he's a tight end. I know Rashee Rice, whatever he's doing, whatever in his personal life, I don't think he's going to come back to the NFL anytime soon. I'm trying to think of any other wide receivers from the Chiefs, but it seems like they just don't have one besides Tyreek Hill, who's no longer a Chief. Successful career, yes. I don't think that the Chiefs have, a one direct wide receiver that they can always go to besides Travis Kelce, but he's a tight end. So yeah, bust for Xavier Worthy.
Oh, interesting. I like it.
I don't know. We'll see. I disagree.
Xavier Worthy, he's on Doug's rookie fantasy football team, wide receiver.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited about that one.
Yeah, you guys are both saying successes, so you should be excited.
Yeah, but anyway, we got Tyler Guyton from Oklahoma going to my America's team right now. How does that make you feel?
Offensive tackle, 6'8". I think he's gonna be I think he'll be a success.
Yeah, Lane Johnson. That's what they said. They're comparing him to.
Yeah, throw me down for a success. I mean, I think he's gonna play right away, replacing Tyron Smith.
Yeah.
So like, he's gonna play right away on like a good, solid organization.
Yeah, I think our defense is super amazing, and adding to that, I think that's going to increase how great our defense is right now. So, and I do think we probably do need to increase our.
Don't get confused, Stu, because he's going to be playing offense, not defense.
Oh, sorry, offensive line, but still, even for that.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie though. If I was a Cowboys fan though, I'd be a little bit nervous about the terrible offseason. Like, I really don't know what they were doing this offseason, but they didn't sign anybody, and they let a bunch of.
We went all in. We went all in.
All in on depleting the roster. Jesus.
I love when Skip Bayless said all in my.
Yeah, no, like if you're calling it all in, if you let an all-pro left tackle, your starting running back, like all those other dudes just walk. It's like,
we should have gotten King Henry if we want to go all in. Give me that.
That would have made sense. That would have been a great pickup.
Yeah, that would have been a great pickup. But now besides my depression on the Dallas Cowboys season future, we got Nate Wiggles.
Name bust.
Yeah.
Is this the last name really Wiggles or Wiggins?
Wiggins, Wiggins. That'd be funny if it was Wiggles.
I'm sorry, I said Wiggins. Sorry. Not like we did it. Not like I'm going lethargic right now.
I'm gonna go bust on this guy.
Ooh,
it's been a lot of bust for me. 3 out of the last 4 I picked as bust, but
you have been so like. It's like I'm like the total opposite. Like compared to our bust, like you have been more like a trigger figure on the bust, and I'm been more the trigger figure on the success.
Yeah, we'll see how this happens. We'll see how this pans out in 5 years when we come back to these Excel documents.
Yes,
let's not talk about 5 years, man. We'll be in our like mid to late 30s.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
and we will have like a super studio when we get to there in 5 years, right?
That's true, Stu. We're gonna be right there with Pat McAfee, having our own giant show. Like that's the life right there. Like they did a video of him at the college football national championship. He was at the WrestleMania doing the draft night, hanging out with Caitlin Clark, hanging out with Bill Belichick. He's living life.
Yeah, good for him. Good for him. Good for him. Like I always say it, like Pat McAfee probably would not exist like in like 10 years or 2011. You could never think of like a Pat McAfee type show in like 2011 in YouTube.
Well, it's because podcasts weren't around in.
No, they were around, but they were small.
Yeah. True. Yeah, well, and he's more of a talk show host, right, than a podcaster.
Well, he was cracking me up too, man. You guys should have watched his cast yesterday. The first thing he says is like, "How the whole state of Michigan just smells like pot."
True.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm feeling Nate Wiggins. I'm feeling the success. I'm going to disagree with you.
I'll go in the middle. Let's just.
Oh, we're doing Goldilocks. Our first Goldilocks right now.
Like from what I was reading, like he should be solid, but like there's nothing that's going to be particularly great. Like there's a reason that there was a few other corners taken before him, but he should be solid.
Alrighty, next we got Ricky Parsons, Florida, going to the 49ers right now. We got a wide receiver.
I'm just gonna start this one off with a quick bust. Like I feel like they reached on this guy.
Oh wow! I feel I'm feeling a mid on him. I don't know. I don't feel like a bust, but maybe because I just feel more confident with the 49ers organization, I just feel like that he's going to be in the mid.
I'm feeling bust too. I mean,
wow.
49ers, they have George Kittle, they have Ayuk, they have McCaffrey. I know we're not going off the team, how they're doing. But if he's going to be in the 49ers for the next 3 years, he might not have too much action. He might want to move teams, and we'll see how that pans out. But yeah, I'm going to bust for Mr. Ricky Pearls.
All righty. And we got our Pearsall. And finally, we got the Panthers because they decided we need to get a draft pick no matter what for the first round. For goodness sakes, from KC. Actually, it was from KC through Buffalo, so that was some fun. Yeah, I don't think Buffalo did. The Bills ever picked? I don't think they had anybody in the first round.
Yeah, the Buffalo they're picking first in the second round. Looks like they're. Nope. I think it starts at 8:00.
Yeah.
So Bills have not picked.
So they finally got a wide receiver, Xavier Legans.
Legette.
Right
He's on my rookie fantasy football team as my flex.
Now, this is kind of a random tangent, but I sent you a video, gentlemen, on the Panthers owner getting upset to a restaurant because it said, please let the GM or coach pick the draft. And I think he went into the restaurant and got mad. Literally at a Carolina restaurant. And I'm just like, and if you watch the video, like it's like a Zapruder film. He took the guy's hat off. That was like the hostess.
So wait, why did he get mad, or what was it?
Because there was a sign that said, "Please let the GM or the coach pick for the draft."
Isn't that what usually happens? I don't know how
the owner's going to pick this one. This is the owner's decision.
The owner picked Xavier Legette?
Yes.
Really? Why would the owner? I mean, hey, it's each their own on their own how they run teams. But I know for a fact the Atlanta Falcons owner didn't pick Will was it Will Pettis or whatever? No, not Will Pettis. Penix
Jr.
Yeah. The owner was mad when he was talking to the GM. So I'm surprised that the Panthers owner makes the picks.
Yeah. So
anyways,
I'm going to go first. I'm going to go with the bust because it's the Panthers and they stink and they're not going to do anything with anything. And sorry, Xavier, you're going to a tire fire of an organization.
Yeah, I was leaning more towards a bust. I know he's on my rookie fantasy football team, but sorry, Carolina.
There's no.
I'm not sure how many years he's going to stay with the Panthers, if he's going to stay there for more than 5 years, but if he's going to be, he's not going to be a successful or even a wide receiver, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, anytime that you have the owner kind of superseding the GM or the coach, it's kind of a really bad sign for the organization.
Yes. Like, honestly, I will say it. I think the Panthers owner has to be the worst owner of the NFL right now.
I don't know anything about owners. You seem to know a lot about these owners.
Yes, but I do think it's probably the worst owner right now. I mean, like that. Like I don't know. Like I said, I'm more on believing that he has such a thin skin as an owner. Like throwing beers at opposing fans after they're losing games, berating restaurants for signs.
Yeah, it's not a good look for sure.
Yes.
And yeah, I think we summed that up pretty well, boys. I think we.
But you're feeling a bust also.
Yeah, I'm throwing down for a bust there.
Yes, and look at that. We got our Excel spreadsheet, all 32 teams and our predictions. And we'll see how accurate or inaccurate our predictions are going to be in 2029.
Look forward to it, boys. Till then.
So look forward. Let's see how it goes in the next 5 years. Who knows? Maybe we'll all be replaced by AI, and there'll be AI chatbots. They're just going to be like, here's what the picks were right now.
Hey, that's where we're heading.
That's where we're heading. But like I said, we are officially done right now. Gentlemen, do you have any thoughts on this draft?
My only thought is I can't wait to, like I said earlier, check in 5 years for this Excel sheet and see where we're at.
Yes, I'm going to be counting the days.
I think I'm more excited about this draft to see what Caleb Williams does. If he's worth the hype, if he's not worth the hype, we'll see where he goes in his career.
I'm excited to see what
feel like,
JJ does.
yeah, I'm definitely more into how Caleb Williams is going to be, and maybe I can be correct on Jaden Daniels and that he's going to be a bust. Just saying.
Maybe still. Still, what are your thoughts on Lamar? Do you like Lamar's style of play?
Lamar Jackson's style?
Yeah. What do you think of Lamar Jackson?
I think he's done good. He's been a success, obviously.
He's a reigning MVP.
He's a reigning MVP. He just can't get that hump towards the end. That's the only problem.
It is a problem.
Maybe he could be one of those great quarterbacks, or he could be like a Dan Marino, in my opinion, where he was like great generational quarterback, but could never get that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Definitely going to be in the Hall of Fame. I think Lamar will definitely be in the Hall of Fame, even if he doesn't win a Super Bowl or makes it to the Super Bowl.
Ooh, that's bold. So you're more bold on him making it over Matthew Stafford?
Ooh. I think so. Interesting. I don't know. I feel like Stafford's in that borderline, in my opinion.
Hey, you're probably not wrong.
Yeah.
If he didn't win a Super Bowl, it'd be a lot more borderline.
Yeah. I think if he did not win the Super Bowl, I probably would say no. I would be honest with you.
Yeah. That's fair.
Anyway, like I said, we got it all done right over here. So we got all our players' picks and everybody. So next week, we got everything done. We got our NFL season. We got some hockey to maybe continue right now for next week. We'll see how close we are to the finals right now of the NHL hockey. And I guess this is kind of a teaser. I might have to be in person to watch a Panthers game this Sunday.
Nice.
Yes, so I gotta do it in. Yeah, so I might. Yeah, so I'm gonna be in person in a Florida Panthers game. So this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be my first in-person reporting for the Casual Sports Talk podcast.
Oh, are you gonna record some clips?
Maybe we'll see.
Like you actually got tickets, everything already still?
Yes.
Are you going
it actually was not that expensive. It's only $158.
You going to Pat?
Yes. For my stepfather, yes.
Absolutely enjoy it. That'll be a great time.
That'll be enjoyable. But like I said, we got all this podcast all the way done. This has almost been 1 hour and 52 minutes. Can you believe it? We had a great time doing this podcast. It was the time flies when we're having fun. Just saying.
Time flies. Hopefully the time flies as the viewers are watching too.
Yeah, right. Maybe be like, man, these hack frauds don't know what they're talking about. And yes, we don't know what we're talking about, but that's okay. That's the fun part about the Casual Sports Talk podcast. And anyway, we're pretty much all it because, like I said, I will catch you later, Mr. Gators. So take care.